he's certainly looking massive, isn't he? Michael Murray at 34 years, I tell you. He might be a bit upholstered, but he's a bit dangerous. I just hope that his shoulder stands up. That's been a problem. He once had a 9-second defeat against Pele Reid when, as he lifted his hand to throw a punch, he dislocated the shoulder.
And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the ring, Mathew Ellis.
So there he is, very much the pin-up of the Ireland Monroe promotions. This lad is, well, you could say he's grown up a bit. He used to come in dressed in evening dress and ladies just take it off at ringside, but it's looking more like, well, the old-fashioned fighter now coming in there, isn't he, Mathew Ellis? On the canvas 3 times in his last fight, but he was still given the decision. Tough one coming up. Well, he's accurate with the spittoon anyway. Let's hope he's just as accurate with his punches.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very special welcome to our viewers joining us here on ITV2 Big Fight Live. We're now in the heavyweight division. Firstly, and introducing to you, fighting out of the red corner, he's wearing the yellow trunks trimmed with black, weighed in at 16 stone and 10 pounds, taking part in his 35th professional contest. He's from Manchester. Would you please welcome Michael Murray? And across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, he's wearing the black and silver trunks and weighed in at 15 stone and 8 pounds. He brings an 11-fight record with 9 wins, 7 by knockout, 1 loss and 1 draw. He's from Blackpool and Liverpool. Would you please welcome Mathew Ellis? Taking the bell is Tom Rice, and the referee in charge of the action is Ian John Lewis. This is 8 3-minute rounds.
Boxers, I'm the referee, by my command at all times. You both know the rules. Watch them heads, get them punches up. When I shout break, you break clean. Remember, defend yourself at all times. Shake hands.
Well, quite the shake hands that the referee expects, I don't think. It's a little bit of a touch, rather like the dentist trying to persuade you to sit in the chair quietly before the extraction. So now, don't blink, because anything can happen here, whether it be a torn shoulder or a knockout.
I actually had the pleasure of spending a little time with Michael Murray this year in training camp, and Michael Murray has a lot of ability. It depends on the state of mind when he comes in. If he's up for a fight, he can perform a lot better than people have seen him in the past. And we all know that Ellis is a big puncher, but he sometimes neglects his defense. So, you know, both guys want this fight. This fight, this is shaping up in the first few seconds to be a good fight.
Well, you know, they could get a British Championship shot as well with Julius Francis.
And being a British champion is a stepping stone to a world title. Well, it has been in the past.
Well, now, let's see if Mathew Ellis can improve on his last performance against Harry Senior. And he had to climb off the deck 3 times and still got the verdict.
He just landed a nice little short left hook in there, Mathew Ellis did, and he got Murray's attention with it.
Yeah, he has. At least he's come out firing there, Ellis. Stone and 2 pounds difference, remember? Murray's been in with the tougher opponents, obviously, along the line, and he has a 10-round win over Julius Francis.
He's a very experienced opponent, Murray is, and the kind of opponent that Ellis needs to help him move up in class. If he wins here tonight, that is.
So one punch can make a difference here. Just it's all it's bound to need, I think. Either man. He's been away 10 years, Michael Murray. Maybe that is against him. Not always for the heavyweight, Steve. I mean, often they're in their 30s because they really become formidable fighters.
Some heavyweights don't reach their best until in the 40s.
Well, at least Murray's not hanging around like he often does in previous fights we've seen him. Not every fight, but certainly not this one. He looks as though he's got a little needle going in here. Well, they can't complain. They've got to hear that, haven't they, from Ian John Lewis. He's trying that little uppercut there. I say little, it's a bit of a swipe, really, from Murray. Got some good moves, Mathew Ellis. Oh, he was quite pleased. The way he stared at Murray there as the bell went, he was very pleased with that. Terry Toole, the manager in the red outfit, and a member of the Moorcroft family, well known up there from Blackpool, Ellis. Have a look at this in replay now. Well, it's not a bad little sort of a hooky punch, but let's have a look at this, Steve.
I think it was a quite even round, but Ellis, I think, just nicked that round with his heavier and more powerful punching. And but that left hook, though, was his best shot of the round that was shown earlier.
That's the cut man, he calls himself there. Well, hopefully he won't be needed. He's got a couple of kids as well, and Steve, terribly original names for them, Cassius and Clay.
Well, we know who he's a fan of, that's for sure.
Yeah. I don't think we should talk about comparisons, though. This is a bangers fight, this one. They're not going to look for any
both
battling each other with science.
Both guys have the power to take the guy out, but I think Ellis, puts so much power in every shot he throws. He looks the fitter of the two as well, Ellis. He's tighter and harder looking than Murray, but then Michael Murray has not always looked fit, and yet he's fought 10, 12 round fights and been quite active in them.
He's only lost one fight, remember, Ellis, and actually he shifted a bit of weight since those days as well. He was just over the 16 stone mark, 15.8 for this one against 16.10.
Well, he's in good shape for this fight. He's not carrying any soft flesh there. He looks solid.
Yeah, he's cutting out the flashiness that he tended to have with, they were spoiling him a bit in his hometown and up in Liverpool. And he now realises he's got to get down to business.
I think he looks like Ellis is waiting for the openings there. He's kind of standing off Murray, waiting for Murray to drop his hands, to let go some of his big shots. But Michael Murray's a clever fighter. If Michael Murray really wants this bad enough, he's got the ability to win this fight. But we'll see what happens when Ellis lands one of his big shots.
He's a bit predictable, actually, Murray. He sort of shows the shot and then throws it, but I'll tell you what, there's a lot of power going in there.
Well, big man, over 17 stone, lands on, even if it's an end punch, you know about it.
His last fight here, Murray fought Scott Welch, the ex-British champion, and he stayed 8 rounds with him in a close decision, and yet he took 3 counts in that fight, as I recall, Murray. But he was still there at the end.
Well, that shows how good he can perform against a good opponent if he's up for the fight. That was a good result against someone like Scott Welch.
Well, at least Ellis is not flailing punches and missing. He tended to do that and got a bit excitable, but I think he's learned a lesson from his last contest.
I get the impression looking at Ellis that he wants to get in close and let them short punches go. He's waiting for Michael Murray to commit himself and make a mistake.
That's a big enough target anyway.
Mention it to you. Sorry, I forgot to mention it.
Coming up for the third then. Mathew Ellis, actually 4 of the 9 wins were in the first round. And now he's getting a harder company. He's having to learn to pace himself just a bit anyway, although he's only lost against a Ukrainian. He won a return fight with him in 29 seconds.
I have this fight even so far. I thought Ellis won the first round. I thought Michael Murray, well, I had the second round even, but I have Ellis ahead by 1 round. I'm only going into the third round here.
In heavyweight fights, Steve, you know, we're bound to say, are we going to be bothered with the statistics at the end of the fight? I don't think we're going to need those. We might.
Well, I will be surprised if it goes the distance, because you can sense that both guys are up for it, and both guys want to win this fight here tonight.
A little bit of stalling going on though, isn't there? You know, not posing as such, but there's a little bit of hesitancy.
Well, I think they do have, they both have respect for each other's punching power, so they're not going to jump in wild, which is the maturity that Ellis is showing of recently. Before he could win wide open throwing bombs, but he's getting more clever as he gets more experience, and he's moving in with a better defense.
Yeah, he's
getting in
more
behind his
like
jab.
an AVA champion now too, isn't he? You know what I mean? He's showing a bit of quality.
Well, he's starting to improve, and fights like this will improve him even more. He needs fights like this.
Well, I'm glad that Murray's shoulder has stood up. That was a bit worrying. It's happened to him twice in the ring, against Gypsy Fury and against Pele Reed.
Well, it was a nice right hand just landed on the side of Ellis's face as he walked in there.
He's not going to give him a count with that, though. I think
well, that should have been a count from where we saw it, but it was a good shot. Ellis took it well. He came back, but it was a legitimate knockdown. I don't think Murray realised that he maybe should capitalise on it.
Oh, I'm sure he does, Steve.
I suppose he's being clever, but it was Ellis took the shot well and come back.
For a big man, you know, 15'8", is still a big man, though not compared with Murray. Mathew Ellis is quite sprightly on his feet. He doesn't drag his feet around. As we come up to the end of this round, still looking for the big shot. So let's have a quick look at that knockdown, or was it not here? We'll see. Well, it looked to me like a punch, so he got away with that one. Fourth round, scheduled for 8.
Well, Wayne Ellis has now tasted Michael Murray's punching power, so he will be more cautious coming in.
He tripped over his own feet there as he tried to get back. I was worried for a minute that one of the boards might have broken. We don't want that again, thank you. We went through with that at Liverpool. See, you know, Ellis wound himself up for this fight, and he now knows that this big man's going to hang in there. But he's still a bit hesitant, really, if he wanted to be critical of him.
Yeah, as I say, he has tasted his power in the last round, and he's been a bit more cautious now coming in, and which is the right thing to do, because if he comes in and drops his guard, you know, Murray, you can see Murray leaning back with that right hand, waiting for him to commit himself. If you watch Murray, he leans back on his right foot, hoping Ellis will come in and drop his left hand.
Yeah, that's right. He throws it over the top of the left lead, doesn't he, Murray?
Yeah, he's watching Ellis all the time and waiting for him to drop the left hand so he can let the right hand go over the top, and that's the experience coming out there. He's been around a bit longer, and he's got that experience, and he can pick these shots.
Sort of too big to fight inside, really. They're such bulky characters. He tried it there and again. It's a bit of a swipey right hand, but on the point of the chin, it can be quite painful, I'm sure. Put the lights out anyway. There it goes again. He's not terribly accurate with it, considering he's had 34 fights now, Michael Murray, against 11 for Ellis.
He is looking for that right hand, though, and Ellis knows he's looking for it, so Ellis is watching it, and he's cautious coming in, which is why he's probably standing off a bit more than he normally would. This is where Ellis should be working inside now with that short left hook of his. When he gets inside, he's a better puncher on the inside than Murray.
He's actually measuring that. Look, well, there it is. I mean, you can see it coming, but I mean, obviously Ellis is not going to dance out the way, but he should not be caught by a right hand like that.
He is telegraphing it a bit, all right, but because he's telegraphing, Ellis is aware that it's hanging there.
Yeah, you see that right hand, it landed. He may have tripped over the feet as well, but it looked like a knockdown to me. And once more, from another angle, yes, sir, it landed through. It's a knockdown. He got away with it.
The referee stood there looking at it. He could see it was a good right hand.
Round 5. Ellis coming out to work a bit early, shows he's a bit keen. He's getting a bit of GBH of the ears, but the cornerman there saying, come on, you know, you're the big hope here, let's go. They're saying, come on, you know, you're the big hope here, let's go.
That's nice work now. That's nice work behind the left hand coming from Ellis.
Yeah, it looks like he's sharpening himself up a bit here. So there's Steve Collins' unofficial scorecard, former super middleweight champion of the world. He's a big old plodder, isn't he? Murray, 34 years old, but he still takes a lot of knocking over, Steve, no matter who you are.
He is, he's big and he's strong. I mean, he's in there, he leans on guys and wears them out too on the inside, you know. But Ellis is getting in close, but he needs to work that left hand more to the body and head. He's in there and he's not doing anything, and it suits Michael Murray to keep on the outside because he's got that long reach.
Had a crack at a vacant British Championship against Herbie Hyde some time ago, lost in the 5th round.
Nice shot right hand there by Ellis, but Michael Murray does the wise thing and covers up and spalls him.
Crowd really getting behind Ellis. Oh, just as well, I didn't break terribly cleanly there. Ellis might have nailed him while the referee was trying to part them. Oh, he's unloading a bit here now, and it's a bit impressive now, Steve.
He's doing better now. He's starting to open up. He's opening up and putting more pressure on Michael Murray in this round and having more success.
Yeah, it's been a better round for Ellis so far. One punch can alter it all. Trying to wrestle them apart now. Here, John Lewis. There goes that long right hand again with Murray's. And he's got Ellis in trouble with that. Clubbing him around the top of the head. He's in trouble. And he's still throwing punches. Instead of booing going on, the crowd didn't like that, and neither did Ellis. He's still
10 seconds left in this round.
There.
Relies on this.
No, I don't think he will do. He's got to grab him now. He's in trouble. Second knockdown. And the bell, he should carry on counting there. The bell interrupted the count, but no, he is quite right. The second has
This
got
fight
out
could be
of the
stopped.
ring.
This fight could be stopped. He's hurt.
Yeah, but he can let him go back to the corner once the bell's gone after that count is finished, you see. He did the mandatory 8. That was according to rule. The referee didn't take it up quickly enough. Now he's having an argument with him, Murray.
I think Michael Murray's kind of looking for the stoppage. He caught him just at the end of the round. Looking for Ellis, it was the end of the round because...
Let's have a look at the replay then.
It's
See
a
that
right
long
hand on
round,
top of the head.
Right on the temple. They don't know where they are then, do they? They don't know what town they're in.
And then he jumped on him, didn't give him a chance to recuperate.
No, they were good shots. They
Again.
were wild, but they were good. Tipped right on the side of the jaw there, though. That's when he found his legs buckled, down he went. Well, that was one too many, actually, when he went down, which is why the crowd booed. And this is the second knockdown now.
I think you'd have to call that at least a 10-8 round for Michael Murray that last round. So
Yeah, the 6th round. He's going to go for it now, the big fella. But a lot of time and money spent building up the career of Mathew Ellis, but I don't know whether he's facing defeat or not. He got over it last time he was on the deck, but this fella just sheer strength now is going to worry him a bit. Now he's fighting back.
fighting back. That's it.
Oh, dear. He had Murray down, taking the count, and he fell over Murray as he got up. Crowd going crazy now.
He might have just done enough there to bring himself back into the fight.
Yep. He did this.
So he's had to walk into his jab there from Murray. Michael Murray's a very big, strong man, and he hits very hard with both hands.
Yeah, they're big swiping blows, but they're dangerous. Now, it looks as though Ellis now has been heartened by having the man down, and can he keep it up? That wasn't a bad shot. As he came in, he walked into that one, the left hook. Having a job parting him, the referee. Just keep saying, let go.
There's plenty of time left in this round. There's over a minute and a half to go in this round.
Oh dear, what about this? Is sheer guts on Ellis's part here now. He's doing well to come back from what the brink of defeat, definitely. He's showing his badge of courage all right now, Mathew Ellis. Murray's used to soaking it up in, fights with well-known opponents like Herbie Hyde and Julius Francis.
Well, definitely, there's no question over Ellis' heart here tonight. He's come from the brink of knockout and fought himself back into the fight.
Well, there's none of that playboy showmanship coming in now from Ellis. It's sheer hard graft and punishing. It looks as though he might have slowed Murray down just enough now to get those blows in, Ellis.
I think Michael Murray spent a lot of energy in that exchange and has taken it out of him a bit. And Ellis, being the fitter fighter, being fitter than Murray, is coming back stronger.
Oh, it gets a bit rough too. It's not deliberate headwork there by any means because they're just clashing, but I just hope that doesn't interfere with the flow. Coming up to the end of the round. Well, crowd are very excited and obviously with Ellis's comeback there. I mean, he really did look like going guts. Let's have another look at the knockdown. See, they both actually fell here, I think, as they're exchanging punches. Good body shots from Ellis. He slipped over, and then Ellis fell over him trying to get up. So there you are. So by now, Ellis has got good shots. They were right on the point of the jaw. Well, yes, I just hope that shoulder's not giving him any trouble, because I've said it's been dislocated twice in the ring.
It would be a shame for the fight to end with the injured shoulder.
Oh, yes, I hope not now.
Ellis is fired up now. He's fired up after that last round.
He bolted out of the trap there, didn't he?
He's fired up. That last round was a good round for him, and he needed that round, and he's coming out now fired up. He knows what he has to do to win this fight.
It's a question of either of them walking into a haymaker, let's face it here. Talk about the battle of the brave.
I must say, it's not very often to see such a good competitive heavyweight fight on an undercard like this.
Yeah, they don't fight inside at all, you know. They just keep banging away at long range and then stopping. That's good stuff, that. And we got it level on Steve Collins' card. That there's no judges for this one. If it does go the distance, then it's the referee only. Just the sharper shots coming in from Ellis, aren't they, Steve?
Yes, they're a bit sharper and shorter, and he's had more success on the inside. But Murray's still looking for that long right hand on the outside, and he always looks dangerous with that right hand of his. But Ellis has definitely got the bigger work rate in this round. He's throwing more punches and landing more punches, and he's winning this round so far.
Just to put it, you know, it spoils the quality of it a little bit by leaning on, but I don't blame them. They're giving it all. They're entitled to steal these little rests because neither of them want to exchange in as close as that, and they're both hesitant about breaking and getting caught.
We've got two big men in there punching the weight, pushing each other around. They need them breathers when they get inside. I don't think Michael Murray's had as much success now with that right hand as he was in the earlier rounds. I think Ellis has discovered it and is leaning away from that big right hand of Michael Murray.
For what it's worth, Murray's got a little swelling below the left eye, but that won't interfere with the troubles at the moment. He's probably lived through a lot worse than that. He's not bad for a fighting granddad, though, Steve, is he? You must say. You don't often get many of those in the fight game.
He's one of the youngest granddads I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that because I'm older than him.
Oh, that was a good shot. That little left hook as he came in there, Murray.
This definitely has been Ellis' round. He's been that bit busier and more accurate with his short punches on the inside.
Certainly got these immense powers of recovery, this fellow. That does surprise me. When it looks like he's gone and then he's back again. Let's have a look at this Ellis right coming in there. Bingo. Short, good punch that. And again there, Steve, you see.
Yeah.
He's tucking himself under a bit lower, and then that left hook, we saw that close up to us. And that was trying to blow that.
Them shots on the inside is what he should throw more of when he is on the inside. But his fitness is showing here. He's the fitter of the two and he's busier. And he won that round because he was fitter and busier. I have Ellis ahead going into this last round.
So, Moorcroft giving him the final briefing there. With Terry Toole working in the corner as well. So, see, we get a 10. Oh, yes, we get almost a friendly touch of gloves now. I think they're both pleased to be there by the last round.
I think they've both earned each other's respect too.
Oh, absolutely. This is a bit of bravery being shown.
I think
there it is, just nicking it, as you'd say there, isn't he?
So Michael Murray needs to win this round just to equalise, so he's got to dig down deep and give all his got if he wants to
Well, it's been a good honest scrap, this one, isn't it?
So the exchanges there, Ellis has thrown 3 or 4 punches to every one of Michael Murray, so he's the fitter and the busier of the two. And with only 2 minutes left in this round, I don't think Michael Murray has the time now to pull himself back into this fight.
Oh, that was a good finish by Ellis here. That was a good cluster of punches there.
That's them good short hooks on the inside. He's having a lot of success with those.
Yeah, that's a pity he didn't do this earlier, and he's a more complete fighter when he does it in close.
Yeah, if ever there was a question over the heart of Ellis, I think he's proved it tonight that he has got a heart.
No, absolutely not.
He came back from the brink, and he fought an instinct and he pulled himself back into this fight.
Oh, yeah,
he's winning this fight now at this stage.
He doesn't bother with those stunts that he did at the start of his career. This business is too serious for that sort of thing. Oh, yes. Well, I'd have made Ellis the winner, so, you know, unless something drastic happens now, Steve, but I think it's close.
Well, we're inside the last minute, and
yeah.
I have Ellis ahead by 1 point going into this round, and I also have him winning this round.
Yeah, the big man's just shown he's tired a little bit now. He's carrying all that weight around and taking punches.
Well, Ellis has been busy, and he's not giving Michael Murray enough time or enough room to land that big right hand.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Highland promoting team, they're jumping up at the side of the ring, as they always do.
Well, I think there's a bit of relief in that expression as well, because looked at one stage that Michael Murray was going to pull off a shock win here and upset the apple cart, which is what would have happened if he had stopped Ellis in the middle of the
fight. He's calling break, but they're still punching. He's not very pleased with Ellis there. He blames Ellis for those punches. Oh, dear. Every punch is a danger shot here with these two. There's no sort of feeble jabbing going on. Let's see now. He's got to raise the hand right away. And it's Ellis. He just walked past Murray. Murray saying, put my hand up this time, but it didn't work. Mathew Ellis got it. Came off the floor. Full marks through him. And, well, an exchange of friendly there. They don't bother to slag each other off at the end of a fight like that, I promise you.
It's been one of the most competitive domestic fights now I've seen for a while, and I think Michael Murray should raise his hand because of his performance tonight. He didn't do enough to win it, but he did put up a great performance.
There they are. There's a promoter giving him a wash and brush up as well. That is unusual, isn't it? So the 12th win then for Mathew Ellis. Only one loss and one draw in his career, and he can keep on going. I'll tell you what, they'll angle now to try and get him a